Danbury was a local band around my way. And they would go into Pennsylvania, and they're pretty much like my gateway into Pennsylvania hardcore. So they started playing shows out there. I finally got a car. I started going to those shows out there, and that's when I started to meet everybody.
And basically, I just mainly from taking the train from Jersey over to Philly, going to the Trot shows and Kill Time and Solid and all that, and just met everybody. That's about it.
Party down.
Word up. Why don't you tell us about the origin of Lifeless?
Okay, Lifeless was a mix of two bands. There's Den Buried, and it was this other band called When These Days End, which is what Kyle, Michael, and Ryan were all in. And me and Jay were in Den Buried at the time. Oh, did I mosh the fucking audio thing? I moshed the audio thing. Hardcore. So.
Keep going, it's hardcore.
So, exactly. So, Den Buried wasn't going anywhere. I mean, we would schedule shows,
cancel the shows,
we drop shows. When These Days End was having problems. So originally, When These Days End formed Lifeless, but people in When These Days End weren't working out. So they were doing drugs and whatever. Apparently it was the same thing in Den Buried, so we took the two factions that were good, put them together, and that's what really is Lifeless today. I think outside of Philly, kind of, sort of. Philly's hardcore scene has been really good. It's always been really good. I mean, ever since he's been going to Philly shows longer than I have, and ever since I've been going, they were consistent. They always brought bands down.
There's always new good bands come up and coming.
Yeah, I mean, there was times when I was first starting to go to Philly where Death Before Dishonor was there every fucking weekend. Death Threat was there every fucking weekend, and it's still that way. Like maybe not Death Before Dishonor and Death Threat, but Joe's still bringing crazy big bands to little venues, which is even funner.
Yeah. Awesome bands that should be in like a 500 capacity venue, and a venue holds 100. It's awesome.
Like 100 Demons and Earth Crisis. And that was that venue called? Barber. In a Barber.
Yeah, in a Barber.
Oh, fuck. I mean, it's awesome. I mean, I think that stands out. I don't know why people. I think maybe Philly's just itself. Maybe it's not the East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, whatever. Maybe Philly's just Philly. And for the rest of Pennsylvania, I think Western Pennsylvania kind of gets forgotten about.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh, Erie. Well, there's not really much to talk about in Erie anymore.
No, there's nothing in Erie. Pittsburgh still has some decent bands.
Decent shows. But really the big shows, it's like Philly and then a huge gap. And then like Erie, Pittsburgh, and then it's Cleveland. Get this right, it has a bunch of shows in Phoenixville. They always consistently try and put on good shows. And it's great, it's great shows. Unfortunately, I guess, I don't know, the area just sucks.
It's hard to drag people out.
It's hard to drag people out of their houses in that area, so. Barbary.
Yeah, Barbary's a great venue in Philly.
Fucking awesome. Broad Street Ministry.
Yeah, Broad Street Ministry, and there's an awesome show coming up there with like All Else Failed in This For You and Burnside.
Yes. Holy shit. The church.
Yeah, Unitarian Church. So there's not many hardcore shows there anymore.
The church is fucking awesome. I mean, that's been a staple of Philly hardcore for a long fucking time. Ever since. I mean, I can't remember what was before that. I mean, they were really jumping around between different venues, and then they finally found a church, and I was like, it was Club HP, then Club HP got shut down, and then fucking they went to the church. I think that's how it went. Because it was like you were John. What was that one?
Yeah, well,
Doctor.
Like after.
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Doc something.
Which place?
Doc Watson.
Doc Watson.
Oh, Doc Watson.
Upstairs at Doc Watson.
There was a couple of shows, well, Figure 4 and stuff like that.
Figure 4, Death Before Dishonor. But like, it really was. It was like they had like, I don't know, 3 or 4 shows there that I knew of, gone. Shows at I don't even know what the other place is called. It was in West Philly. That's gone. And then
Kill Time.
It wasn't the Kill Time, it was that place they built afterwards, Code Space.
Oh yeah, there was that. And then there was like Funorama for a little bit, that old basement.
Yeah.
But I think HP was the best thing that we had, or they had, from Philly. Best thing that they had, and then we lost that, and then church, and the church is still a huge piece there. And
it's been running for a long time.
They found a Barbary, and they found Broad Street Ministry, so now you got a whole mess of venues in Philly, so it's awesome. I think, really, honestly, this is what I think happened. I think fucking Sharon exploded on the scene. and fucking
Bring all these big husky Jersey
everyone
guys
was just
out.
kicking the shit out of each other. Really, I mean, it was fucking scary.
Yeah.
Fuck, I was like, fuck this. I'm gonna watch this band. Cause I remember I was fucking.
Everyone that
Mosh.
Sharon would bring up with him like, I forget this one dude's name. He was like 7 foot tall, and I think he could bench press that van over there.
And we'd be like, oh yeah, Sharon Realm, and then boom. I'm like, where the fuck am I? I don't remember where I am or how I got here. So, you know, it was but fucking. But I mean, that was moshing. There were tons of fights, dude. And as stupid as it sounds, it was all from moshing.
It was because a bunch of us were young, dumb assholes. But I think like a lot of the younger kids that are around in like Philly right now, none of them are like that. So there hasn't really been too much.
Yeah, because there was a big like, it's kind of like a bully atmosphere for a little bit. But now there's nothing. I mean, everything. I mean, really, for as crazy as Philadelphia area hardcore shows were in Philadelphia itself, I mean, it's still just as crazy show-wise and mosh, but there's no fights. You get punched in the face, you eat it, you smile, and you fucking laugh about it.
It's usually a friend who does it to you. Anyway.
Yeah, so I think playing hardcore shows is kind of fucking weak, but I mean sometimes you can't avoid it.
Well, we lost all the great venues that we once had because of fights. Yeah. So I play at a place like the Barbies, and we'll stay around for a little bit.
Yeah, plus, and then there was a thing going around where people were fucking punching holes and kicking holes in all the venue walls. We were losing Harry Cats. Holy fuck. Harry Cats. That was the coolest place ever because you know what? You could kick the ceiling tiles down.
You remember,
could punch the wall.
Remember the one dude, the tall motherfucker from Baltimore? He was like boxing.
Skinny Steve.
Yeah, he
lost the top of his finger.
Because what was it, off some like light thing?
Yeah, he hit the light. The ceiling was this low.
Yeah. He just came out. There's like no fingers. I'm like, oh no.
But it was like a completely indestructible place, 100%. Like you had the wall, but behind the little wooden plate was like.
The urinal wasn't indestructible because somebody tore it out during a freight train show.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Same thing.
Got most of freight train this week. But
Yeah.
Somebody shit didn't win.
What do you feel about? You guys have been around a while. All the people that were like so tight at one time. A lot of people that left hardcore. What do you feel about them? Good or bad?
Emotions.
Yeah.
I mean, there's people that like.
I don't like the people who leave and then badmouth it. But, I mean, if you're not into it, you're not into it anymore. But
yeah, people
I
change.
see so many people who just like leave and then badmouth it and like talk shit about everyone.
Yeah, especially people who are like, hardcore's fucking weak now. There's no good bands. Blah 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 blah. Fuck
If you open your
that.
eyes, there is some good bands.
Like fucking, you got fucking. First of all, we got Hardcore Records that puts out Double Dealer, us, Rock Bottom, Agitator, Wrong Answer. Excuse me. All those bands that are fucking, they're local and they're good and they get those bands out there. It's just these people don't want to fuck. I mean, you have all these bands at your disposal right there. And what do? You fucking sit at home. It's not if you got a family, whatever. Like if you got shit to handle, that's one thing. But to leave it and say it fucking sucks now, that's fucking stupid. Bands are getting better and old bands are still around. Look at fucking Earth Crisis, who was on this crazy hiatus, and now they've put 2 albums out in the past, I don't know, 3-4 years or something. It's a second home to me.
Yeah, my second home. You know, I'm from Jersey. He's from Delaware. I would say 95% of my friends are from Pennsylvania. So
I mean,
I wouldn't know people I know today.
I have great memories from Erie, Pittsburgh, Lansdale, and fucking Doylestown Record Shop, and Philadelphia, all the venues that were there, and Chichester venues. Harry Cat, but for the record, Harry Cat's is my favorite venue.
Yeah, it's because it's when you first started going, so that will be a venue always kind of like, hey, it's like Stalag and Kill Time and stuff like that.
Yeah.